Terry. Great question.
Jeez, very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Terry's
correct.
kept an eye on your off seasons.
Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. Don't forget the sponsor of this video and our videos until the end of draft period, Big Betting Australia. We've got the Blue Abroad discount, 15% off all your orders, no minimum spend, free shipping. Just use the code Blue Abroad at the checkout and away you go. Now in this video, I asked Harry McKay what his plans were in the off season ahead of season 2025. We know Harry has done a lot of work on specific parts of his game. We've seen the work that he's done with the Speed Project a few years back. Last year was a big one for his goal kicking and a big year for his set shot routine. So we know he went to work on that. So I thought I'd ask him on the Ben and Harry podcast, and this is what he had to say.
Terry from Blue Abroad.
Gents, it's Terry from Blue Abroad. I'm a late comer to the podcast, but I am now a weekly listener. My question is for Harry. The last few off seasons, you've had a specific focus. You've had your speed with the Speed Project. Last year, I think you mentioned your goal kicking routine was a really big focus for you. What are you going to be focusing on this off season?
Thanks, Terry. Great question.
Jeez, very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Terry's
correct.
kept an eye on your off seasons.
That's right. Yeah, well, to lean into what Ben said before, usually when you do your exit reviews, you kind of you get the things you've done well, the things you need to work on. There's like a body element of it in terms of like, you know, you might want to focus on this stuff. We've got like a new high performance manager who's going to come in, so I reckon the focus of the whole group might be slightly different to what it's been in the past. So basically, once you've done your exit, which was mine was last Friday, probably have about a week or so of like piecing together what you want your off season to look like and those type of things. But yeah, for me, I think I said in an interview with the club, but when you're kind of 8, 9, 10 years in, there's always little things you're looking to improve on. But the consistency of being able to get your body in a really good spot and be really resilient over this period. And everyone's always going to say you want to be faster, stronger, leaner, fitter, whatever. But yeah, I think being able to be really consistent and durable in this stage, and then that leads into a really good pre-season, which leads into a good, you know, post-Christmas. So, but yeah, still some things. Definitely still keep going after goal kicking and yeah, try and find some new things there and keep chasing that. There's always little elements of your body that you want to improve on or fix or whatever it is, and then yeah, there's little craft things, but yeah, that's probably what this last week or two looks like, just piecing together exactly what you want your off-season to look like and then how you're going to do it. So, but yeah, it's always a really good time, I think. Players that utilise this period of time to, yeah, obviously you need to have your break and rest and stuff, but use this time to get better is important as well. So, great question there, Terry. Yeah.
So there you have it. Interesting. Consistency, whether we like it or not, is the most important part of what we are hearing from all players since season 2024 ended. Now, if we look at Harry McKay, and you know, there's a lot of frustration amongst all of us, but you know, sometimes you just need to take a step back and realize Harry had a really good year. And you know, if you circle back to last year, we were talking about a guy that had lost confidence in his routine, in himself, had some injury issues later in the season, seemed to be getting on top of it. Then he got hurt against Port Adelaide. But, you know, season 2023 was not his best. He kicked 29 goals, 29 behinds. He had a goal accuracy percentage of 37.7. And if we look at 2024, he kicks 49 goals, 21 behinds with a goal accuracy of 58.3%. So he's increased that by about 20%. Which goes to show, you know, when you get the full gambit of information at the end of a season, then you can cast your judgment. He improved. He went to work. He got his routine down pat. He was a lot more consistent. I think of 4 games in particular where I thought Harry was at his absolute best. And I want to run through them with you and I guess use this video to look at his season. Maybe we can review it a little bit more and go from there. You know, the first one, Good Friday game, he generally plays well against North Melbourne. You know, 15 kicks, 4 handballs, 19 disposals with 10 marks and 5 goals. That was a 56-point win over the North Melbourne Footy Club.
In front with McKay. Play on. He goes deep. McKay and Pink. McKay's strong hands. His fluency, his rhythm. He's worked hard on it.
Left post here.
That is just glorious. Harry spreads his wings and celebrates his...
Less anxious. Look at the field, and it just feels like a powerful outfit. Koenig loved that off the boot. It's given it a good ride, and McKay's playing like Peter Hudson. And this one is the snap as the right option, and he made it look easy. Harry McKay's got 3. Teixeira, where's the big forwards? McKay this time. You cannot defend that. Felt Charlie Curnow were going to be a handful, and they've both got 4 goals, and there's plenty of time left.
With Cripps, look at that space. Absolutely nothing Core can do there. He's looking up the ground going, come on guys, we need some help here.
The next one I think of is in round 7, and that was the game against Geelong that we lost. 19 disposals again, 10 marks, 5 tackles, 2 goals. That was our 13-point loss to the Cats.
He had Ollie Hollands. The result. It's Wiedering to the extremities to McKay, and then to the Blues. Can they get organised? The fumble didn't help from McKay, but he found a way back onto the footy, got himself set, and kicks the goal to lift the Blues. Can't kick set shots, but they kick one on the run. Stanley realising there was a small opening for him. That was the same that applied for Holmes. How's the umpire? Everyone stopped. Wow. It just feels a bit wrong, doesn't it, Henry? Oh.
Then there was round 12, and that was the win against Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval. 36-point win. He had 17 disposals that night, 6 marks, and kicked 3 goals.
So some relief, although only very momentary.
The big Soldo kicking it straight back to him.
25 on the season for Harry McKay. He now has 26.
From home, open forward line. The kick goes deep. McKay! Single goal in each of his past 3. He was averaging 3 goals a game prior to that. It flirts with the right post, but he gets it home. Carlton back in front, the 5th lead change.
Other gave it plenty.
McKay.
I reckon Soldo will need some help.
Dixon worked easily under the ball there as McKay kicks inside 50.
McKay, clean possession. That isn't. McKay to fly in from the side here, good hands.
As he goes for a bit of a trot. Now McKay managed to get separation.
This term, Chincotta. Akers. McKay! Emphatic stuff.
And sometimes you just got to be in the right position at the right time, and when you're a good forward.
And then the other one was round 18, the 14-point loss to the Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. 14 disposals, 9 marks, and 3 goals.
To exit, he hits Caulfield, returned to the team last week. What a task he's going to have this afternoon. He kicks,
sends it down the line to McKay, who's been in everything so far as Harry.
From McRae to Akers, another possession. McKay!
He's going to come back with interest. Fogarty sends the ball deep, and Harry's miles out on his own. So his kicking boot has been on, and Harry is on the board, and the Blues have got the first 3.
Yeah, it's obviously Carlton's pressure was good enough through the middle of the ground.
8 inside 50s that kicked 3 goals.
Of his non-preferred, Saar, it's dumped. It's going to be downfield. Clock's an issue here, but Harry thumps it deep. A late goal for Fogarty. Attack, but Walsh just going to get there as quick as he can. No, at the last moment he saw the movement of McKay. He was 3 shots for goal, only 1 so far. Just a couple of steps, but he knew straight away that that was right on target.
Do a better job there to space themselves out. Beautiful technique this year, Harry McKay.
Nice little charity option there. For Chincotta, who gets it deep, and again.
Harry McKay looks like he's going to mark the ball.
He's a massive threat. He's curled through his 3rd.
The Western Bulldogs' key defender's going to be able to...
Now into the hands of Caulfield. Not his best effort. He turned it over to the...
After all that indecision, he spots McKay, a substantial target. And on the turn, the Blues angle.
They were 4 of the games that I saw and I thought he was playing at the highest level for the year. And I'm curious to know which games of his stand out for you in season 2024. But look, the improvement is something, I think when you're talking about a guy like Harry McKay, it's expected. You know, last year was a disappointing year based off the standards that everyone has and Harry has for himself. And so he needed to go to work and work on it. And it is important to note that when you zoom out, you know, these careers span, you know, quite a lengthy amount of time, particularly these high-end draft picks, particularly these guys that we view as, you know, in our upper echelon of players. And Harry is that. You know, we pay him accordingly, and, you know, we invest time into him accordingly with the game plan. And, you know, he ranked elite in most of the key metrics that make up his role. And, you know, his ability to mark the ball, you know, 7 times a game around the ground. You know, we're a team that plays the territory game, and Harry's a big component of that. He allows us to control the territory around the field when we are moving the ball forward. You know, his ability to get up the ground. I thought what we saw this year, different to years gone by, was his aerobic capacity. I'm sure he's already had it, and maybe he was just moving smarter, but we did the rating show, and, you know, we often saw him playing and clocking up the kilometers. And I remember comparing him to Nick Riewoldt in the role that he was playing at certain times, getting up and down the ground, providing relief, marking the ball. You know, he averaged just over 2 goals a game. And so I guess the question is, like, what's the best of Harry McKay? What does it look like? We've seen him win a Coleman medal when Charlie Curnow wasn't there. So the reality is, now that Charlie is in the team and, you know, we plan with Charlie being a part of the team, is this the best of Harry? And, you know, he did allude to it in his answer that, you know, he's just going to be focusing on being consistent and putting it all together. And he's not the finished product by any means. You know, is there an expectation for more goals? I'm not really sure. But I think if he is to replicate a season like 2024, I think that is thereabouts with the job that we need him to do. So I'll turn to you. What do you think? What does the best of Harry McKay look like? What do you think of when you think of his season? And what worked? What didn't work? Let's chat about it in the comments.